Hey, happy Thick Thigh Thursday. I am very excited to be here, to be back. I was off last Thursday and I'm going to tell you exactly why. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about some things that are coming up. Hey, hi, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for checking in. Unfortunately, I'm having issues connecting with TikTok right now, but you know what? I feel like I'm gonna keep taking it as it's meant to be. Whatever. This is meant to happen today. I am meant to be seen by who I'm meant to be seen by. Those people will get the replay, is what it is. So Glad, thank you for being here. As always, Thick Thigh Thursday. I'm here every Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern, to chat with you, talk about things, answer your questions. Usually, I guess pretty much every other time I have a guest on. I do have a guest planned for next week. Watch out tomorrow for that announcement. Um, and we are going to be talking today about some things that are happening on my website and some new opportunities that I have, one, to work with me, and two, to help you and to help people develop their wellness businesses further. I have a few systems in the works for um, building your wellness business. There are a few things that I've already written out and I've got down. I'm just kind of waiting for the finishing updates on my website. Remember, I was talking about that 2 weeks ago, the last time I was here live with you. And so things are coming along, things are coming along well on my website with all that stuff. And I am very excited. I expect to have that out this month. Keep all your notifications on and stuff so that when we do the launch, I will definitely let you know. The thing that I've been hearing the most is that like people aren't seeing me on their feeds the way I want them to, the way it's expected to, and the way they expect to see me. So what I want to make sure is every time you see me, make sure you check, like, are your notifications on? Is this on? Is that on? Because I don't know why they turn off. I know in myself, I know that I have like been removed as a follower from accounts that people that I know, people that I want to follow. And I don't know how I've gotten removed. I'm like, why am I not following this person? I go back, right? Or like, I haven't seen this person in a while and like I have to check on their page. And like, unfortunately, that's just how things are going right now with Instagram altogether. So please make sure you check those things. Check and make sure your notifications are on. Check and make sure you know what's going on here on my page. Make sure your YouTube notifications are on. If you don't follow me on YouTube, you're not getting YouTube videos. You're not getting the yoga. The longer videos that you may have been looking for, make sure that you see them there. I created a whole beginner yoga series in June, and I want to keep pushing that. I want you to use it as much as you can. Get as much out of it as possible. That's the purpose. I don't create things for nothing. And I don't feel like it's for nothing, right? Like I feel like you guys are here talking to me about what it is that you want or what you're looking for online. But I also feel like that I've created those resources and like now it's the time to use them. And unfortunately, if Instagram doesn't tell you that I put stuff up, then you don't get to know that I put a new YouTube video up, right? Or you don't get to know like what is coming out next as far as like a retreat or an announcement or an event. So make sure those notifications are on so that you get to see all that stuff. So I wanted to make sure all of that was out of the way because this is a part of an online business, right? Having my business based online means that a lot of the time, this is my advertisement. This is how I get to connect with my audience. This is how I meet new people. Sometimes it's, there is a sponsored ad or there needs to be, right? Depends on what it is. Maybe something new is dropping. Maybe you hear through the grapevine. I want you to share what you see from me with other people, right? That's how you support my business and it doesn't cost you anything if you ever wanted to do that, right? So there's tons of ways that we connect still and we try to find connections and we try to find like new business, new customers. But if you have an online business nowadays, or if you have a business, I should say nowadays, it is really important to create and promote your online presence. And that's really the purpose of what I want to talk about today. So just now, when I was running through the things that I said you could do, I said my Instagram, my TikTok, my YouTube channel, right? All of those things lead you back to my website. I am thick thigh yoga absolutely everywhere. All of these things are super important when it comes to the concept of building yourself an online presence for your business, right? So if you are looking to expand or just create a bigger online presence, a larger sense of who you are, right? A new level of legitimacy for your business, show it. The content has to exist. I do not believe in the concept that you need to have a million followers in order to make your online presence happen, to make yourself a content creator that makes money, to promote your business. Like, that doesn't matter. If I feel like I heard about a business, right? I heard about, I don't know, Samantha's hair salon, right? I don't know anything about Samantha. I don't know how she works, what her process is like. I don't know if the stylists are good. But if I can look at her page, one person could tell me, right? And then if I get to look at her page and I say, oh wow, yes, she works with hair textures like mine. This is she did a really great job. This girl's hair looks so moisturized. I can see those things and I can see that level of legitimacy that comes from your business. Then that's enough proof to get me as one paying customer. What does one paying customer matter if there's like a million followers that aren't paying anything? Those people don't matter. If there's nobody, if they're not paying anything and they're just there to watch and whatever, that those people, they're great. Thank you so much for being here. And please tell your friends. Again, that's the value that they have. Amplify my sound, my voice. But if you actually got a paying customer because you have like 20 posts on your Instagram account or TikTok videos or whatever it is, like however your medium, whatever it is you do, then you are really, it's worth it. Because remember, when you're doing this stuff, when you're creating this content, you're doing the work anyway, right? And I feel like when it comes to a sense of like a wellness business, it is different because like if you do hair, then somebody's supposed to be showing off how great you did their hair, right? Or their nails or whatever it is. But when it comes to wellness, it's a little different because it's not like a place where you brag all the time. So it may feel weird to you, like, oh, I don't want to brag about this because like it's wellness. It's supposed to feel good, and like especially when it comes to yoga, like that's really not what we do. And the process is not necessarily that you are bragging. This is literally just telling what it is you do. If it feels like bragging, maybe that means that you just do a really good job. It could be that. Congratulations, you do a great job. Hey, um, oh, thank you for being here, and I'm glad to share. I want to talk about it, and there's more. This is also not completely selfless, and I will say that too. So as you continue, right? Like you see you may not see. Let me take that back. You may not see random exponential growth in your social media accounts, and that might feel weird for you, right? Like it feels like failure because you work so hard on a video, you work so hard to edit, make it nice and take good footage, and then it's just like people didn't like it or this and the other. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. The algorithm is not meant for you. If you didn't pay for amplification, yeah, it's going to be harder for you to get any traction. And if you are not sharing things of value, if you're not sharing statements with value, it might be harder to get people to have like heartfelt responses. And then on the other end, if you're not saying something that's like completely pop and simple and flash in the pan, amazing, I love it, you also may have a hard time having people connect to it because we have the attention spans of goldfish. So maybe it doesn't feel successful. Maybe social media doesn't feel successful for you. If social media is all you are if social media is your goal and you're not feeling successful, okay, I get it. That can be really hard and that can be like annoying, but also, does that have any value? Right? It really depends on what you present. You have to be super creative in a certain sense in order to say, like, yeah, this is important. I'm creating something that has value. It's better than what other people are creating. And I know that if I keep doing it, I will eventually get like on the right song, on the right beat, on the right whatever, right? And it'll work. But if you're not giving anything, then why do you expect fame? And like, what are you going to do with that fame? Does the fame matter if you didn't push anything and didn't create anything from that, right? So I'm saying if you are going to use social media, which you totally should to support your online business, um, if you're going to do that, make sure that there's a goal, right? There's a place for people to go. There's a thing for people to see. There's more that they can do. There's a way that you can use your purpose to pay your bills, right? So this is why, like, yes, I do yoga online and I teach plenty of stuff for free and I make YouTube videos for free. Like, obviously you can access those things. Um, but I also pay for my website. I pay for my website to exist. I pay for there to be a space for my online clients to watch the playback sessions, to sign up for a subscription, right? To watch the recordings of the previous sessions that they've been in, all those things. I also make sure that this is a space that exists where, like I said, you see the legitimacy of me. So if you came to my Instagram page, like for example, right? You go to my Instagram page, there's tons of posts. We're talking about yoga and wellness and self-care and self-love and acknowledging your confidence and all these things. Like, all of that exists for me, from my perspective and to my audience, built for them and you guys, right? In a way that is molded for I guess to make the most sense, right? I like to connect with the most people that get what I am saying, and I am not interested in being super clear for other people. I'm sorry, you don't get it. You don't have to. This is not meant for you. I'm not the one. I'm still great and you're still great. We're speaking the same language, and that's okay. This is a rule that also applies with dating. We're going to move on. We're not going to talk about that. Not right now. Not today. But, right, if you are clear about your message, you're clear about what you're talking about, you're clear about what you're supporting, you're clear about your purpose of being here, yeah, then when you have a client or prospective client, somebody who's interested in your services or your products or whatever it is that you have to offer, I know exactly where I can share that information. Or at the very least, if I'm like, oh yeah, I don't know, maybe I like this person, they look cool, they've shared some stuff, I like them, whatever, I like what they do. I haven't felt the urge to order anything, but your content was clear and captive enough that I remember that you make soap, right? So the next time that I'm saying, oh, you know what? This person really likes soaps. I should order something special for them from this place because I haven't ordered from them yet, but I remember that they exist, right? I've seen what they can do. Hey, um, right? If you're not posting about what you're doing, then you're hiding your services from possible clients and possible clientele. That is part of the reason why it is important just to build your online presence and to be authentic with that online presence. What are you presenting? What are you actually doing? Are you living the life, especially when it comes to wellness, right? Are you living the life that you are presenting, right? If I told you to do yoga and I was absolutely never doing yoga, then why would you follow what I'm saying? Why would you listen to me? This is why, you know what, I'm gonna keep my opinion to myself on that one. But this is it is important for you to see what people are doing, how they are actually using the wellness practice in their life. That's why these social media pages have some legitimacy, give you some actual reasoning. Once you get into the space, like, okay, so they're saying that yoga is really helpful for them, and this is all the yoga that they do, and not even necessarily all the yoga, they just do so much yoga, and so I believe that this is the impact on their life. When you got somebody that's saying like, oh, Reiki is so amazing, and they absolutely never practice Reiki, there's no proof that they have any training, they have any experience, that they practice this on people, that they have any sort of gift or whatever it is, right? Like, if I don't see that this is the practice that you do, then how can you prove to me, or how can you suggest to me strongly that it's real and that it exists and that I should go to you for it, especially, right? Like, you're not proving anything. Because even me, if I say like, I love yoga and I do this and I teach yoga for larger bodies and curvy bodies because I don't feel like that information and that style of teaching is available to us a lot of the time, I feel this way because it's true. I've gone to plenty of classes. If you've gone to yoga, you also know that this is true. If you face these kind of difficulties, I specifically focus on yoga for curvier bodies, bodies that aren't built like other people's bodies, like the regular advertisements that we see. I know that. I express that all the time. If you listen to one of my classes and one of my sessions, that's why I have some sample videos on YouTube. I am presenting what I do in a way that is accessible in order to make sure that, yes, this is all that you see out here. I do this and I do it at a larger scale. You should believe that I do it at a larger scale because I'm so consistent with it that yes, I could complete that. If you're telling me you have a business about anything and I haven't seen it posted online, I haven't seen it posted on your page, you're not talking about it, you're not showing it off, I don't know why. Now, if you're not showing it off right now because you're at your maximum capacity and you're afraid that if you book one more person, you're going to lose all your hair and your business, you're going to break the capacity of the building that your business lives in, then more power to you. Okay? I want to be that kind of quiet myself. Until then, we as entrepreneurs need to be presenting what it is that we do, talking about what it is that we provide, what we offer. There are a million people that do what you do, but nobody does it like you do. Okay? So you actually have to present what you're doing. Every time you say to yourself, and like this, I'm not saying you should think or live this way, but I also know that the thought does pass through your mind sometimes, and maybe we have to reset and reframe, but the thought is true. When you see somebody doing what it is that you do or something that you could do, you're qualified to do, you're experienced in doing whatever it is, you see somebody doing it and at a price point where you know you have never charged that much, you're like, they don't deserve to be there. Now, maybe they do deserve to be there. I don't know what they did to get in that space, right? But the fact that you feel that way means that you know there's a higher level that you could be at in your business in this space. And that's it. So if you believe that there's a higher level for you to go to and a space for you to exist in, then why not take it? Why not find it? Why not go to try and be in that space, right? Why not make that step, that next step, whatever that is, right? And I want you to remember this too. Sometimes that's not a training. I know. Sometimes the thing you're like, okay, well, I think I need a training in this. I need a training in that. I need a certification in this. You probably have the certifications and licenses and the things that you need, especially if this is the first time that that's coming up to you, right? So if you're like saying like, oh, no, I want to have a food truck. I need the selling license, the whatever it is that you sell, the certificate. I know it's a thing to like be able to have that food truck. Yes, you absolutely need that. If you're telling yourself you need high culinary training, but everybody around you loves your food, and that's been true for the last 20 years, you do not need to go to culinary school. You might want to get some certification, get it quick, but you don't need to learn how to do things in a way that you've never done them before when you're doing them fabulously, right? When you know that you have a calling, when you feel like you have a calling and you're trying to go for it, and you do in fact have the licensing or the training, and it's a matter of taking that next step, imposter syndrome can really sit on your chest. It really, really can. And I get it. I get that happens. I get this is a concern. But if you never do it, then how is anybody going to ever know how amazing you are? How many people are you holding back from your blessing in their life? How many people are in need of whatever support you can provide and you are keeping them from that? I know that's a harsh way to look at it too. I don't want to guilt you like that, but like maybe that's what it takes too. Let me read this comment here. Designer life. So true. It's not hard. It's hard not to compare when the internet makes it seem like everyone is doing what you're doing or want to do. I have to remind myself daily that I have a place as much as everyone else. Absolutely, right? You certainly have a place. You have a place there because you are providing your aspect on it, your your situation, your lived experience has value. Which it leads me so nicely, thank you so much, into honestly the purpose of me talking about this today. So, I've been doing it for a while, and I realized that when I had conversations with people, but I've been assisting and I'll say coaching and guiding people in setting up their online wellness business. I am not saying that I am creating businesses. I am more coaching the building of your business, right? So if you know you're in a place where you've started, you've tried, you're just trying to figure out the bits and pieces. You're trying to figure out, well, how do I create this online presence? What do I need to do? What steps do I need to take? How can I grow my social media presence, my website, my online presence of my business to a space that seems legitimate, that gives the authenticity to who I am and allows clients and customers to find me in a very clear way? What I want to do is work with you. So I got the privilege and the pleasure. I started working with a new wellness business consulting client this week, not today. Yeah, this week. And what was awesome about that is that she is also a former teacher. She was a school teacher. She left the school, and if you're new here, maybe you don't know, but I always tell people, like, I was a school teacher. I taught special ed math for 9 years. And I transitioned out of the classroom to do this, to be a full-time content creator and yoga teacher. And I am watching my dreams come true every damn day. And I'm so proud of myself. And I can't do anything but say that. And I have to be honest about it, because I also have to appreciate it. I have to appreciate the work that I have put in to become this person that gets to live in this space. I am here. I have done it a lot of the way, and I'm going to continue to do it, and I'm going to continue to grow. I have been having these conversations with people around the pool and at brunch and just really sitting and having the conversation of, like, how do we grow your business? What is it that you want to do and provide for people? How can we get you into that space more regularly? How can you present yourself online in a way that conveys that message? And what is your message, right? And that all of that is encompassed in what happens in my wellness business coaching. I am going to also have on a client in not too long. We are still working on things, because I want to make sure that the process is in a great space before we leave and kind of put things live. But I want to present the option, right? Like, I want there to be more people willing to reach out, willing to ask, willing to have the conversation. How can I grow my wellness business online? I want to coach you through it. You want to build it. You don't want it handed to you. You don't want to buy a page with a bunch of fake followers. You really want to build what the process of authenticity on your page looks like, and having a cohesive page, having a layout, having the expectations set. I want to help with that. And I have those consultations and those coaching calls right at the top of my website. If that's what you're looking for, you can go click me into my page. And on my website, thickthatyoga.com, right at the top, there's a black bar for you to book a call. Here, I'm looking for. So I'm trying to figure out how to evolve my online presence to clearly represent my wellness and creative work. I may have to check out your coaching services. That's exactly it. I would love to help you there. Because I feel like there is so much value in it, especially like once you do get into connections of working with other brands and partnering and getting your name out there. That opens up the opportunity again for like I use the term cross pollination just because I like plants, but like cross pollination of your audiences, right? Of the services that you provide, of the things that you offer, because sometimes there's a person that is looking for something that I don't offer, right? Like, so I always say, I don't do weight loss. Weight loss is not my business. I do always also say, like, if you start working with me and coaching and like you're getting your body right and you're getting your body together with your movement and understanding your body, you will lose whatever is not natural onto your body. because that is just how it works. You treat your body better, it accepts better, it takes in the better, it releases the bad. That's just how that works. And I love to facilitate people through that process. But it's the same thing when it comes to the concept of your business. You know, you have a business, you know, this is what you want to present, you know, you have that purpose, but it's just not coming together. I'm missing something. Or maybe a lot of things. I feel like I'm behind the curve. I feel like this is it. I'm always trying to follow another trend or fix it another way or do it. And it's not about that. It is about finding whatever that voice sounds like for you, finding the space for you to exist in a confident and cohesive way, sharing your information, sharing what it is that you have to offer consistently, right? That's hard. That's hard to get into, especially if you never did it before. It's hard to get into, it's hard to follow up with, it's hard to follow through with, but it's possible. I would love to be the person to facilitate that for you, to help coach you through the process. I'm going to give you guys the heads up on it. I will be releasing an ebook on this that will be available in some of the new digital products that I'm going to offer once my website is updated. And that is all going to be coming before the end of October. So make sure you keep your eyes open for that. The ebook is meant to facilitate and give you an outline and a checklist and some steps to really delve into yourself. My coaching services have far more value in my personal opinion, because if you could read it, if you could just read it and make it happen, you could probably look up any list online. But if you actually need some real person conversation of, a person that has now built several pages and worked with people on creating what that life looks like for them, I would love, love, love to help you in that process. I have another person that I am waiting to start in November. And then I'm probably going to stop taking clients for the new year, because like holiday time gets crazy. But I am open. I'm open until then. So there are limited spots available, because this is a labor that actually comes from me. This requires online, like one-on-one time. And that's just how that works. So I would love to provide that, and I would love to work with you on that. And if you have more questions, if you're looking for more, remember that there are other things. There are new confidence spaces being built on my website right now. That was the biggest feedback that I got in the survey that I put out. If you still want to put in your opinion on that survey, you can go to the link in my bio to just give me the feedback. What is it that you are looking for from me the most? What would be the most helpful, informational, supportive for you on this journey? It seems like it's not more yoga, because you know that you can get yoga from me, and there are ways, right? But it seems like it is more confidence-based resources. And so that is absolutely coming. It is built into the page. I'm super excited about it. And I can't wait to really just open that up and get more opinions and get people in and have more conversations and deepen what it is that we do here. I don't see any more questions. If you have a question, I am going to post this on my IGTV, and it is going to be on my YouTube Thick Thigh Thursdays page. So if you feel like there's a conversation that you missed, if you want to go back, I do have them also listed under my Thick Thigh Thursdays playlist on YouTube. I will put that in my Instagram story in like 2 minutes when this is done. And then, as always, if you have questions, if you have comments, always leave them underneath. I would love to continue these conversations with you. You have valuable things to say, and I love to hear them. I love to have these interactions with you. I am here live every Thursday. There will be a guest. There will be a guest next Thursday. So please make sure you watch out for that. Make sure you turn your notifications on. That guest is only going to be on Instagram. So make sure that if you are watching from YouTube, that you turn on your Instagram notifications so you get to see that live. I love you all greatly, and I will see you next week. Feel free to comment, like, share. Please, please, please do all those things, and I'll see you soon.